Do you mind? Trying to do a video here. Hey everybody, Hi-Viz Smiley here with special guest, my loud neighbor. So today I've got a real quick and easy, hopefully simple video for you. I really need to like refresh my helmet completely. Need to go through it 100%. So I figure it's a good time to show y'all what I've done to create the sound and video that I do have, as terrible as it may be. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So the basis of today's video is going to be my Speed and Strength SS2500. This is a fair helmet. It was cheap. It's done its job. Have you ever spent hours editing a video and realized that you forgot to talk about probably the most important part of it? It's happened to me one time, a bunch of times. Let me make an amendment to this video right quick. I didn't talk about the specifics of this, so we'll go over that and cut back to the other video. This is a special link right here. These links right here are all the same except for this one. These only come in the front mount helmet set, I think is what it's called. I'll put a picture up here. Any other kind of link that you're going to get out of any other set is going to be like this. The link forces the camera to turn 90 degrees, and that won't work for the front setup like this right here. The other thing is, instead of using all these GoPro thumb screws here, you can buy metric screws that are the same thread pitch as this, but of course you don't have a huge head hanging off. So if you chain a bunch of them together like that, then obviously it makes it look a lot cleaner. There's the size there, if you can see it. I might include a link to buy some online. And later in the video we're going to go through audio setups. You do have to drill/Dremel a hole in the side so that you can, this would be where the USB port would be on the GoPro if it was inside the case. You can plug this up there. Of course, the case is no longer waterproof, hardly water resistant at that point. That should be it. Back to the other stuff. I've literally sat here for 20 minutes and he's put 2 of the lawnmowers up, but he's still playing on the gator, so I guess we'll just go with all the freaking noise in the back. I don't even care at this point. Okay, so first thing that we should do, we should obviously mount the camera to the helmet. There's a lot of different ways that you could do this. This is comprised of just your normal sticky mounts. This makes a perfect little chain-like deal that gives me the angle I need to put the camera pretty much in the center of my helmet. The center field of view is the method I prefer. It's a lot easier just to do the right angle deal off the side of the helmet. I like to watch people who have a center view. It shows what you're doing with the controls, like for somebody shredding in the canyons or somebody is riding off-road. I like to see what they're doing. So that's why I prefer doing that. You can do it either way. Side mount would be just stupid simple. Find a place that's flat or curved enough that the mount sticks good and plop it on there. That easy. Front mount, it gets a little bit more difficult. You kind of have to plot everything and mock it up, you know, like I've already done, because this is what I had on it before I ripped the mount off. So you kind of want to figure out the links that you're going to use and where the camera is going to be, then kind of place it on the helmet, find out where your sticky mount's going to be. See, I've got the U sticky mount here, and I know that it's going to be right about there. I'm going to use my point of reference as just shy of this vent here. With a GoPro, especially one that's got super view like my Hero 4 Silver does, it really doesn't matter how close to center you get. You can be way off and it's pretty much going to look the same. So I'm not super worried about it. First and foremost for me is the attachment quality. I like to make sure that it's, if I'm using a flat mount, I'm using a perfectly flat surface. If I'm using a curved mount, I do everything I can to make sure that it sticks 100%. You know, if it's only sticking at the very edges or just barely in the center, you may end up losing your $500 camera going down the road, so that would kind of suck. All theory aside and that gator put up, let's go ahead and stick a mount on here. It would be as easy as just plopping this mount on here, you know, finding the right spot to do it. Like I told you, it was going to be right about here. That's about the location that puts the camera center. On my helmet and on a lot of helmets, you usually have to put a little extra adhesive on here to make it where you do have a somewhat flat surface for the mount to stick to. See right there under my finger where it's not touching the helmet? I do not like that whatsoever. What you can do to alleviate that is buy this tape, which is the exact same thing that's on here actually. You can get this stuff anywhere. So what I do is grab a knife, kind of get an approximate piece. All of this stuff is going to be trimmed better later, and put it here where I think I'm going to need some extra space to fill in. And I'm going to double check that, and I'm going to get my camera and mount and all this ready. Actually, I've not placed that correctly, so I need to fill in right here. So I've got a bunch of this. Just peel it off. That area is kind of filled in now, and that is right about where I want it to be. Yep. Okay, I'm pretty well prepared to stick this thing on for good. I'm going to peel off the thing off here and off the mount itself, and then I'm going to marry the two for life. Okay, first things first, look at kind of where the camera's at. That's about center, about where I want it, and that's about where we've got it shimmed up correctly. And then press her on. I usually let this thing sit for a solid couple hours. I know that sounds stupid, but sometimes I get all anal and want to do things the right way. But I'm not even worried about it this time. What I'm going to do is take that same whatever cutting device you've got. I'm going to take it and I'm going to trim the excess tape here. And I don't really care. This helmet's not that nice, so I'm scratching it. There we go. Excess off. Nothing but the mount and the adhesive we used to shim it up. And see, even it's not perfect. It really needs some right here, but it's close enough. That's kind of my life motto. I get things close enough. All right, so we've got the video situated. We got the camera mounted. If you want to talk, do a motovlog type video, you have to have an external microphone. Motovlog kind of hinges on your audio quality, and it's something I've always struggled with. I've tried so many different audio setups. A lot of times I just find one that works okay and stick with it because I get so tired of dealing with them. I've found a setup that works pretty good and it's kind of forgiving. And all right, what I have here is this fabric, which you can just look up any kind of fur, long fur looking fabric. It's to cancel out all the wind, which of course you have a lot of inside your helmet. So that's the first layer of protection. I'm actually going to do something to my microphone, so I'm going to pull this out. And I know this is going backwards, but you can see how it's installed here. I tried something new that I hadn't actually seen in a video or anybody recommend, and I think it's a really good idea. I actually like the way it turned out. I installed this fabric in here with actually the same two-sided tape that we've put the GoPro on with. Speaking of audio problems, I'm having some right now. You'll always learn something, mostly what not to do. Ooh, bleeping machine's gonna get used today. I know this is murdering your eardrums, and I apologize. Back to pulling this out. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to not change anything, but I am going to put two little pieces of foam. Actually, I'm going to put these pieces of foam that are on this, my other microphone, on this one. And I think that's going to be enough just to get it perfect. Okay, before I pull anything out, right here is what the back of this looks like. I had two-way tape on all four sides of it. And then I had, which one piece is still in here. Okay, then I put two little pieces right here on each side. This microphone is it's flat. It's like a bar. It wanted to move around before when I just had it in place with just this. So I put them two pieces of tape there to keep it stationary, and it actually worked really good. I don't have any bumping or clunking, and if you have that kind of noise, then that's obviously an indication that you got stuff moving around. I'm going to redo all this tape. Hopefully I can reuse this piece because I can't stand. The only thing that sucks about using this, like mine's actually really long. I've trimmed a lot of it down, but that hair comes out and it gets in your mouth, and for like 3 weeks after you change something, you go all the time down the road, and it kind of sucks. Other than that, works perfectly. I'm going to use new tape for here. These three slots right here are actually where the fresh air comes in, so it actually blocked that off, which made it a lot better. Now, I don't know how well it's going to stick to the tape. Once I put this foam off of this microphone on there, who knows? And sound quality may suck from here on out on this video because of the lack of the buffers there. I'm going to put adhesive all in this thing again, and I'll catch back up with you. We're back. I have got 4 pieces of tape on my little piece of fur there. I've got 2 pieces of tape here covering the vents, which I'm going to try to stick the microphone, which is now got these 2 socks that were on this microphone, which I didn't make that clear. These are the same mic. I use the same cheap $20-ish mic on everything. What I'm going to try to do now is stick it as best I can. It's probably not going to stick all that well to those 2 pieces of tape there, and then I'm going to come back behind and I'm going to put the fur right on top of it and sandwich it in there. It's going to stick a little bit. Stick this in my lap and peel the tape off of this. This is going to be a little bastard right here. Waha! Now there's all that. And I'm going to very crudely kind of center it up and slap it in there. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to try to show you best I can. So I'm going to go right here Gonna stick it right here nice and center. There we have the microphone with the foam guards on it, which should cut out some of the wind noise. And then the windsock here. The vents are covered. That's our best chance at getting the wind noise out of audio. Also, we'll stick my Sena boom mic here, kind of, you know, right here in the center where it should be. And that does kind of help get the hair out of your mouth. If this is your first go at it, and you get long stuff like I did, you will have hair in your mouth. You just have to kind of trim it with scissors and spit it out as it goes. I mean, it's just all there are to it. So you will have a little bit of excess cord go from top to bottom a couple times, or if you just want to bunch it up behind a cheek pad, however you need to do it, that's fine. I always kind of leave a decent amount of room here. Plug it into my GoPro microphone adapter, which I can't show you right now because it's plugged into the GoPro. Let's snap the empty case on here. Just throw our cord up here in an imaginary sense. That right there is a pretty prime motovlogging setup. So literally the only thing left, I know this has probably been a bit too long, but the only thing left is to get on the bike and test it out and see how the audio sounds. Stupid bugs. So let's suit up and go do it. This is what you have to do. You just have to go out and literally like check yourself. I talk to myself so I know what's going on. Like, you know, I state how fast I'm going, that I'm turning left, right, up and down, and kind of see where everything's at. And then I pull over and then listen to it and see how it sounds, of course. And if everything's copacetic, you're done. Just, you know, you're ready to vlog. Ready to vlog. So shut up, bro. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Scared the heifer. Much to the dismay of the livestock in my area, my exhaust sounds wonderful. Being the helmet design that I have and the brand that it is and the fit and finish that it now possesses, you know, I can't get all of the wind noise out, and I do still have a little bit, but I think it's going to be sufficient for the definitely the quality of video that I'm going to be producing. So we nailed it first try. This setup is kind of the best one that I've found. Is most forgiving, and it does create pretty good raw content. Of course, videos are all about what's going on in them. If you got somebody bland, stupid, and with an accent like mine, the video is going to be trash no matter how good a camera you're hanging off the front of your helmet. With that being said, I sure thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to the Hi-Viz Smiley YouTube channel. I hope you stick around for a long time. Drop a like, dislike, whichever is according to you, if you feel so. We're all about discussion here on the Hi-Viz Smiley YouTube channel, so drop me a comment. Tell me I suck. Tell me I'm great. Tell me whatever. Ask me some questions. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I just feel extra today. I'm just extra all the time, really. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see y'all guys in the comment section of this video, and if not, on the next one. This is Hi-Viz Smiley signing out. He's literally hawking a loogie out there. I hope you heard it. It was green.